Hello, I'm Dr. John Smelcer, and welcome to another episode of Ahtna 101. This episode is shot during the coronavirus pandemic when we're all self-isolating, and keep myself busy. I've been doing a lot of reading and puzzles, working on the house, but also painting. I've been learning how to do art, and been doing it with my 9-year-old daughter, so we're both learning art. And even my tribe was good enough that it's sent out a special dividend to all tribal members to help us financially during this coronavirus outbreak. So I'm very thankful for that. The words we'll be learning this time are words related to shelter, buildings, things related to where people live or seek shelter. So we'll start off with just village. After all, what is a village but a collection of homes where people live? And that's kayak. It almost looks like kayak, but it's kayak. A house in general is just knock, knock. You're going to hear knock at the end of quite a few of these. We used to have a traditional house that we would live in mostly during the winter months, and it was like a depression in the ground, pretty square looking, with a fire pit, and then it would have wood over the roof, and then it would be covered up with dirt and moss, and grass would grow. And that moss house was called Nanak. Nanak. If you are from Antasta, it was called Nin Nanak. They also sometimes call it Ni Chilth. Ni Chilth. A spruce bark house. There's been pictures of spruce bark house, and it's just like it sounds. A house made out of spruce bark. And that was Kelotsinok. Kelotsinok. You hear knock there too. There's also a spruce bough house, and these are more like shelters, temporary, hunting, shelter. And that is, the spruce bar is just kelfnok, kelfnok. The porch to a home, if you have a porch, that's sleni chile, sleni chile. Sometimes we'd have a summer house, not in the sense of like some rich person has a summer house in the Hamptons or in Paris or something, but where we would go and stay during the fish camp season when the salmon are running. And the summer house is sleni chilth, sleni chilth. There would be like a tent, if you will, a temporary shelter made out of brush. I know in Africa they take brush with thorns and stuff and they make a circle around their encampment to keep predators out. We did something similar. A brush shelter was tani chile, tani chile. We would actually make basically tents out of hide, out of animal skins. And, we could call that like a teepee almost. We didn't do that quite a teepee, but very similar. And that's nabali, nabali. Steam bath. Remember Saturday and Sunday is little steam bath and big steam bath. It really figures prominently in our culture. And there was the steam bath or sweat house, remember, sezel, sezel. That's the name of the structure and that you go into. The covering on the steam bath floor was sezeltale, sezeltale. A tent in general, whether it's made out of canvas nowadays or nylon, is ta-zes. And the word zes has to do with like skin. So even though it's canvas, it's doing the same thing that skin used to do. So ta-zes. Or it was a Russian loan word, baliga, baliga. And I'll end with door in general. So house is knock. A door is one of the funniest, longest Ahtna words I know. It's dotnetani. We would really used to say dotnetani. And it means that like the portal you go through. And yeah, so that's it for this time. Stay tuned for next episode of part 2 of these words.